Is that better with the light?
Okay.
Much better.
I'm having issues.
You want to say that? Exactly. Hey, Zach. Oh, here comes Jay. Where's Jay?
What up, Vic? Hey.
There's
What's up,
Mom.
Mama?
What's
Hey,
up, Mom?
guys.
How you doing?
Hi guys.
How's it?
Guys, have fun.
Thanks.
That woman right there is one of the reasons why this band started.
Mhm.
Because I got a job. I got a job at her restaurant
Yeah.
and met Jeremy, and that started the whole thing rolling, huh?
Yep. That was
word.
yesterday. wasn't it?
Oh, look at
What up, Vic? How you doing, man? Long time.
I was
Who's
in
Vic?
hanging,
How can I
dude.
see him?
Sorry, it took a little bit. I was having a
Oh shit.
double kid meltdown.
Yeah, Vic's got young kids too now,
Oh, good, lucky you, man.
Head off.
right?
Yeah,
Remember
dude. Yeah, it keeps me young.
20 years ago, Rice,
Yeah, buddy.
Rice is like, you'll feel my pain one day.
I know.
You're gonna feel it 10 times worse because you guys started so much later.
Yeah, Rice is
Yeah.
40 and ready to single and ready to mingle.
Dude, I knew I would, but geez, dude, I didn't know it was gonna be this fucking late. I'm hanging in there though. It's good. They're
Hey,
amazing.
the best flowers take the longest to bloom, baby. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. At least I tell myself stuff like that. No, they're amazing, man. They're fantastic. You know what I'm saying? They pull me out of the doldrums. They keep me as grounded as I can be. You know, so it's good. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see your
man.
faces,
Sure.
man. It's been like a good at least 10 years since we've all been in the same room together, probably longer, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. I was looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, man.
That's crazy. It's like a
just
high
kinda-
school reunion, but
It
better.
just kind of came to me like whatever when I texted you guys last week. I'm like, oh yeah, it's 6/6 is coming up. Like we haven't really done anything about it. And then actually Vic reminded me too that this year is also medication 25 years coming up in the summer.
25?
25?
5, dude.
I gotta double check the release date of that one, but I think it was that in August maybe.
I want to say it was it couldn't have been any later than that.
So we should maybe, talk about that later. But yeah, I just figured it would be a good time to check in and, say hi to everybody. It's been so long. And I don't know. I don't think we have that long because I think the meeting's cut off after 40 minutes. I'm not sure. Sometimes
Sure.
they do, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But just take a few minutes to maybe talk about any memories or anything we want to catch up on. Or I'm planning on probably putting this on our social media pages later. So anything you would, want to just assume it's going to be public. So
Okay.
Edit out the first part.
wow.
Having problems.
yeah, edit up
Well,
the boring kids part.
No ass cheeks on the countertops or anything like that, right?
Right.
Ooh, easy now.
No, I don't think they
It's
allow
last
nipples.
week on the countertop. We changed the lyrics. Remember that?
I forgot. Yes.
So you three guys, so Jeremy, Rice, and Jason, Vic, you guys are all three still in San Diego.
Yep.
James Spook is in Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah, floating between San Diego and Arizona, maybe Portland if I decide to go up there. I haven't figured it out. I figured now would be a good time for me to just travel or to relocate before I
Yeah.
settle down.
Check it out. No better
And also,
time than now.
California's expensive right now, so I'm like, I'll wait for the
Yeah.
price.
You are always a cheap bastard.
I know, yeah. Apparently.
It's getting out in front of it, man. That's all.
So,
Now that the kids are gone for me, like my empty nest syndrome is in full effect, and that's part of what motivated me to start App for Music was like an excuse to still be paternal and work with kids in a sense, you know what I mean? But as such, there ain't nothing holding me here now. So fucking, it's time to catch up on lost time of traveling and all this shit. And I'm looking more into more like either van life and or like Tijuana or something like that. Just something a lot more affordable, but fucking accessible. You know what I mean?
hey, TJ is probably your bet, dude, because you're married to your new business, don't you think?
And that's totally fine. And that's what I'm thinking. It's time to cut down the overhead, cut out the overhead, you know?
TJ is
And
good, just handle the border crossing times. It's not the easiest or funnest thing to do in a regular commute.
well, that's the thing. Like a lot of what I can do from a laptop somewhere else. So just got to get once we're up and self-sufficient, then I can start expanding in that sense.
Cool.
So
Move to
Rice-
fly us,
Rice and I
I'll
have
come
been-
visit you. It'll be great. We'll have fun.
Rice and I have been collaborating on a couple covers lately with the COVID thing. I started doing the quarantine cover thing with some of the guys from my, various bands. And then, so we've done a couple of those, and the last couple Rice did with me as well. We did a Van Halen one and the King's X one last week.
I like the King's X
Which
one.
King's X one did you do?
It's love.
Yeah, it's love.
You guys
So-
know I'm a big King's X fan.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Well,
Love
yeah,
it. I saw the Van Halen one, you guys. That made me really happy.
I had a lot
we
of fun
did,
with
You know
that.
how many times I've gotten into fucking arguments with people about how awesome Diver Down is, dude? Oh, dude, so many people hate that album. Hate it.
that's my favorite Van Halen album.
Of
But
course, it's your favorite. You would be.
Rice likes Sammy Hagar, so what can you
No,
do?
man.
That record.
Fair warning for life. Fair warning, bro.
It's great too. It's a little
Diver Down
darker.
rules.
It's a little
Granted,
darker.
half of it is covers, whatever, dude. But the other half that aren't are awesome, dude. And you
Had to
guys
make
did a very
quota.
good job. You guys did a
But
good job.
after maybe 10 years of kind of radio silence, I moved to LA, had 2 kids. Everybody had 2 kids, and kind of lost touch. And then the last, you're next. The last couple of years since being locked down, I've kind of, we've all kind of reconnected a little bit. I've been messaging with Vic a lot, and then making some music with Rice, and Jeremy and I are usually in touch here and there about different stuff. So it's been nice to kind of touch base and look back on what we accomplished. We actually accomplished a lot of stuff. I mean, with that band was together, combined between Ghoulspoon and Divided by Zero for like 17 years. That's
18 years, baby.
a long run,
Shit, we should have had a retirement plan, done some investing. We wouldn't have to work after that, dude.
Yeah, no shit. But we made a cool album. Like the Ghoulspoon stuff I listen to here and there, and there's certain I go through phases where like I hate it, I love it, I hate it, I love it. Like I'm like, could have done that better, could have done that better. But with the DBZ album, I feel it's like really still pretty listenable. It's not like I don't listen to heavy music as much as I used to, or I'm not a big it's not the genre I put on when I want to just throw an album on necessarily. But I do listen to it here and there, and it sounds great. I mean, I feel like it was kind of the culmination of all of our years of making albums, and we kind of took all the best parts of that and made it into one album, and it came out really well. Mikey did a great job, and Brad producing it, mixing it, Charles financing it.
You too, buddy. You too. Thanks for those life savings.
The whole experience of like going to LA and sleeping on the floor and recording in that house was pretty interesting.
Dude, you remember when my hands locked up like at the end of my session, and we taped beer cans to my arms because my hands literally were locked like this?
I forgot about that.
That was scary shit, man.
There were
Like,
struggles, dude. There were definite struggles. I have mixed feelings about it. The experience, no mixed feelings at all. The actual experience of doing it and getting to hang out with who we hung out with and see who we saw and just getting to see kind of the mechanizations of how the big boys kind of roll a little bit too. It was that part was awesome. But my playing on the other hand, I'm always gonna hear that stuff and
yeah.
Some of it I'm gonna go, oh cool, man, yeah, I did okay on that, and then most of it I'm gonna go, oh my god, I could have done that 50 times better. And so just like little things like your hand locking up, dude. I remember on Strike basically forgetting how to do the double kick part on that. That took like 5 hours. It was awful, dude. So you have memories that, but then you have other memories of just hearing how everything came together and going cool. That seemed like a lot of super freaking hard work, and to have it all come together and at the end was definitely worth it.
I feel like it was also one of the first times we all used Pro Tools. Like I know we did the Fever EP kind of really quickly, but the first 2 albums we did analog at Double and just poured it. It was just a totally different process. Yeah. Like I remember Brad just like flying his fingers across. Like that was kind of all new to us, the whole editing thing. I mean, and we possibly overdid it because we, it's like when things are easy to fix digitally, you tend to fly stuff in and comp vocals and things like that, and do things that we couldn't do analog, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
But it was cool seeing them go.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing those dudes work, man. Those guys were awesome at that, dude.
Yeah.
And that blast, dude. I thought it was the best time ever. I mean,
kudos to Mikey. That guy made it happen, dude. He was just Mr. What You Need,
Yeah, I learned a lot from him production as a producer, just like his whole maybe philosophy, is like, maybe we'll try a high harmony, maybe like try it, that kind of thing, just super open-minded.
Sure.
And it was
He
also
brought some shit out that we weren't really necessarily going for ourselves, for sure. You know, we had our idea of what we wanted to have happen
Yeah.
and how we wanted to see it happen. And then being open-minded like that with him and having the options of just, hey man, why don't you try it like this? Or what do you think about that? I mean, like the whole helicopter thing,
oh
you
yeah.
know, that fucking song came out so different than
That came out so
than
good.
our expectations and how we even played it live then. And we rolled with it because it was like, okay, why not? You know, and for better or worse with the, you know, the technology that we were dealing with at the time, I thought that, you know, that was one thing that stands out to me, how we went in with an idea, this is what we want to hear, but we were all totally open to letting the producer play with it and bring out things that we wouldn't necessarily hear or see. And I think that those little nuances kind of fleshed it out and made it what it was too. That's definitely a special part for me.
Because we actually demoed those songs pretty extensively, not all of them, but we did that EP because when we first kind of switched over to DBZ in 2001 or 2, Vic left the band, right? Remember that whole thing? And then you left and we got,
Steve.
Steve, who's, you know, great guy, but he was
Steve Moran.
totally different type of drummer. And we did those demos with him and played for a while. And then he left and then Vic came back. And then we redid this, and then we rearranged the songs and changed them around and re-recorded them, and they took on a totally different life. So like some of those songs, let's see, Strike, Damn the Dream.
I have all those on my hard drives, literally dating back to, I actually found some of our old stuff on cassettes. That's how far back it goes, guys. So,
We might have demoed them
Dan,
with you.
dude, Captain Dan. Yeah.
We might have demoed them with
episodes,
you.
right? Dan
Florian.
Is that him?
Oh, wait, who is it?
Captain Dan was the original. Remember,
Dan
we
Florian,
demoed
right?
those out with
Christian.
Mick. That was the original demo of those. That's what we did that with Mick, but that was Captain Dan.
Oh, okay.
that
Oh my
produced
God,
it.
that's right. Captain Dan. I
Love that guy, dude. He
That
was
guy's
freaking
awesome.
hilarious, dude.
Whatever happened to him?
yeah, didn't he have like a chicken mohawk thing going before it was cool?
So some of the some of the people that may be watching this later on that don't really know the whole like history, and it's all coming back to me now, is that we basically did Ghoulspoon from like 91 to 2001, approximately about 10, 11 years. And we had kind of, you know, had our ups and downs and been really popular, then kind of couldn't really get past a certain plateau, had member changes, et cetera. And then we got the supposed big management deal. That was what's his name? Hollow Point Management.
Oh God.
Remember? and his whole thing was like, you're going to be huge, but the name is terrible. You know, you got to change your name. And at that point, after 10 years, we were like, we all hate the name too. It's like, we feel like we're stereotyped. It's hard to say. It's always misspelled. It's been 10 years. Me and Jeremy are really the only two original members anyway, technically. So it's like, we are a new entity. So it was kind of like a group decision. So we kind of like did a whole thing and changed the name and then at that same point, we met up with this guy, Dan, who was like a label scout for
Dan.
Something.
For, Trauma.
And he was a really eccentric, cool, like hipster guy that was like a real, like true believer. And I don't was he before the name? He was before the name change.
I don't remember that guy.
I thought it was the separation. I thought it was the separation EP he did.
No, before that. It was the one.
We were still Ghoulspoon when he did that.
It was the one we recorded with
Mick.
With Mick from 13A.
Yeah, right by fucking
Marina.
Brick, right?
Right down from Brick.
Marina.
Yeah, Brick by Brick. Yep.
Yeah, and he produced it. And he would come down from LA, and he was like totally on board. Remember, he had the big cyber mutton chops. And
Yeah.
He was. That was like a total buried brain cell. I just forgot about him.
I never would have remembered. And that wasn't the separate. I'm gonna have to go back to the catalog, man. I thought that was the separation EP.
So then that whole thing fizzled, and whatever happened to that. Then we did the whole name change thing with the new management company, and then we went in and did the separation EP with Christian from
downtown, right next to the fucking right next to the shit Pokies.
Oh, Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Oh fuck yeah!
So we re-recorded the couple songs with Christian.
Capricorn.
And that was the second time that we put out the disc.
That was with Steve. Yeah, that was not with me.
So that was the Steve EP. And then
Steve EP.
so by the time we did Black Sea, that was the third time we had recorded some of these songs. So we changed the arrangement for Strike, Damn the Dream,
Chemical.
I don't think Chemical was on the old one. Strange Arms was on the old one that didn't make the album.
Strange Arms. Oof.
We recorded that
What
with
about,
you. At your
what
house.
about Protection? Wasn't that one got recorded?
Yeah, maybe, yeah, I think Protection was on there.
Is that the Fever EP?
That was
That was in '99. That was before. That was still. That was before you.
By the way, still my favorite bass tone is that EP.
Fever.
Yeah. Like it was just the heyday of the '90s with the fucking, hammers on piano strings, bro. It was like, and I forget who the engineer was, but he captured it.
I remember him.
Universal. Didn't we record that shit at Universal Sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't Jimmy the fucking
And
producer?
Jimmy was the one who engineered it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kai.
To be honest, I think the Fever EP stands out too, as far as like one of the best raw captures of the moment for us all, because Rice was fresh as a, green salad on the table, all green, ready to bust his chops on us. And we were just ready to throw something new into the mix, after Marcus had kind of, stopped showing up for practice and whatnot. But
Yeah,
we were ready.
Marcus.
I brought it hard. I love the tones on it. Some of the guitar.
It does sound pretty digital though.
But for the time, you got to say, it was.
My problem with that one is that there's like 5 or 6 songs and every song is like there's no cohesion at all. It's like
Yeah. we were young, dude, and we were fucking rocking hard, so it's like
a rap song, a reggae song, a fucking odd timed metal song, a Cars cover. Do we think that we would be popular? That people would like?
Dude.
We were
We're
just doing what we wanted to and figuring it out at the time, man. That's what I'm saying about the capture. It really was like this moment of just fucking who are these dudes,
The kitchen
Who were those
sink.
guys at that point.
Yeah, I remember that was the early days of MP3.com when everybody there worked for MP3. That was like a big thing in San Diego at the time. So like getting your music digitized and onto MP3 was like the new thing. That was like right when Napster hit, right?
Quick.
And then
yeah.
But I mean, as far as this album goes, which turns 15 years old today, we had a great, for the people that may watch this and weren't around or don't remember it, we had a pretty good. We did a whole summer tour, the Sick World thing with the circus tour with the burlesque girls with Hell on Heels and Marugan doing the birds following.
I just saw him the other night on Fanboy.
Yeah.
the Ben's movie from the Casbah.
Yeah, I watched that movie.
I'm like, Scott, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. But that was a fun tour. I mean, I think we all kind of were at the point where we had jobs and we couldn't really afford to go full time. So we would just go every weekend for 2 or 3 shows and we go to Arizona or Vegas or wherever.
Yep.
This rolling caravan. And we had a good time, man. We played some good shows. I think, and I said it at the time too, the only problem was we just didn't know what we were doing. And we, and Jason, like he did his best, but every band we played with was just like the Kill Switch Engage, just like screamer band. We just didn't really, it was like that kind of like cargo short camouflage Soulfly crowd. It just wasn't really like,
whoa.
Hey,
Nice.
don't take offense, Rice.
Yeah.
This asshole. You got an excuse there.
I like my cargo shorts, but not every show. So it was.
It's called a front purse. The
Speaking of Tempe, remember the show in Tempe? It was like 114 degrees at like 3:00 in the morning as we were loading our gear out. Oh my God.
There's a few things that I remember about Arizona that I'm not sure I want to put on video. That's for damn sure.
We got pulled over by the cops.
Oh yeah. Was it like you, Vic, or something like, watch out for those guys behind us? And they're all like,
No, it was actually Zach saying we're with those guys, and they're like, "All right, we get a 2-for-1 tonight."
No, I said I was my usual wise ass self to the cops. And I said something about like remember he said like, were you guys standing next to someone who smoked pot? What was he asked some like entrapment type question, and I was like a wise ass about it. I'm like, we may have been standing next to somebody. And then
he lost every single bag that we had in the whole van, dude.
Yeah, and your dumbass had like fucking like some kind of pills or something.
No. I ate the fucking weed, man. I remember that. I ate the fucking weed.
I was so pissed that you guys did.
You were.
We talked about this.
all we
talked about this. He's just a fucking rookie. You
all we had to do was keep driving, Zach. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. That's it.
Vic
All
had
I got to say about Arizona.
Rugen got pulled over, not us. And
Oh, that's right.
With them.
Right. Well, Vic had his fucking pizza to go in a Ziploc bag. I didn't want it to go bad, so I wanted to pull over.
Yeah, we got each other's backs on that one, I guess. So, it's all
Subway.
good. Get it out
again.
unscathed.
And then we would go into like whatever restaurant we would go into and like all order like, and be like,
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but one of my favorite shows ever and experiences, and it may not have been the most glorious thing, was the El Centro Fair, or maybe the show that we played at the bar afterwards when we met that cat that took us back to his house for the pool.
Richie.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
oh yeah.
That was an experience to definitely remember. Cooper was there. James was not. I think it was pre-James, but we had a
Buttons was there.
party with one of the heaviest hitters in all of the Imperial Valley.
The El Centro Fair, dude.
I just got a message from Mikey. He says, "Can't make it. Thank you for the invite. Give the dudes my best."
Yeah.
Right on, Mikey.
Yeah.
I gave him the Zoom code. I hope he might be able to pop in for a second, but
Mhm.
I talked to Mikey a couple of times in the last few years, man.
yeah, he's around. He's got a young
Be right
kid.
back,
He's doing the dad thing.
Yeah.
And then go to like Europe and play in front of 100,000 people.
Come
Sure.
over, be dad thing.
Sure.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, he's in that band Channel Zero, who I hadn't heard of, but they're like huge. They play like they've been together for 30 years.
Remember
In
when we said
Sweden,
Divided
right?
by Zero? He's like, oh, I don't know, man. Have you ever heard about that band Channel Zero? Because he was already on board with those cats. He
Oh, I
knew
forgot
them.
about
Remember when
that,
he brought
yeah.
that up? He's like, I don't know about the Zero thing, but
I forgot about
I
that.
think we remember that at one of our little meetings. But
And then we did the Dirty Pirates Ball show and the Zombie Prom.
Oh, yeah.
Those were fun theme shows. The Pirates Ball was like the last one where we were just like terrible and like had a bad show and just like, but it was a great night. It was a fun
Yeah.
party. It was
Yeah.
a fun party.
a lot of our shows were more parties than shows sometimes. And
Yeah.
I'll admit that might be my fault a little bit, but hey, we had our fun.
Live and learn.
Yes, sir.
What else? Any other memories?
Well, yeah, I'll throw it in there since you're going for content. I got content up the ass, but I got fucking remember Norwood? Remember Norwood Fisher came and he basically played my bass while we dialed in sounds. Like
What show was that?
No,
our recording for the Black Sea. When first of all, usually I get like 2 hours to record bass. I got 2 days to record bass. And then Mikey, Mr. I Know Everybody, he's like, "Who's your favorite bass player?" I'm like, "I don't know, like, Billy Gould, Norwood Fisher." He's like, "Norwood Fisher?" He's like, "You love Norwood?" I'm like, "Fucking A, man, probably my hero." And he's like, "Yo, Norwood, I got a bass player here. He says fucking blah, 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 blah." Next thing I know, Norwood's there literally for the sound check and everything. He's playing my bass while we're doing
forgot
the
about
notes.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
remember, Jeremy, we smoked him out so hard, dude. At one point, he just gets up. He's all like, I got to go. I got to go. And
Yeah.
he fucking takes off and he forgets his bag and everything, dude. He just like damn, that was okay. So there's
That
my
was a really good
my highlight.
that was
I'm
a
trying to
really
find the
good year for
picture.
electronic, which helped.
Oh,
out.
I got one on my Facebook, dude. I'll send it to you.
Okay. I have the picture here somewhere.
That's rad.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude. That was that was a highlight. Just as a fan of Fishbone and Norwood Fisher, you know what I'm saying? How happy was I?
And then we had the guy come in and tune the drums, which Vic was so
Hey,
on.
God.
What's his name?
Ross Garfield come in, dude.
Ross Garfield came
That
in.
guy, that was like having a rock star come in.
Yeah,
to me.
come and tune up your drums.
My God, dude, that guy has done so much in the industry.
The drum doctor, right?
Can't
And
find-
well, yeah, just cruise in and pay me a compliment too, dude. I was like, "Whoa, I do know how to tune, damn it, I do know. Not as good as you, but I do, So yeah, he was fantastic, man. Just watching him work, just how quick he was, and just knowing exactly what, basically playing to the room, because all he did was just come in and go ding ding ding, and then I remember he had him play a couple sounds, and then he basically just did it to the room. I watched him just methodically do it to the room, and he was done. He was like, man, the kid sounded freaking amazing. Because we ran into, because you hear it in the room, you're like, yeah, all right, sounds good, I guess. And then you go around and you hear it in there, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
So do you guys, now it's been 15 years, do you guys all still play the same rigs that you played back then, or do you change stuff since then? Or
I spent tons of money going through lots of guitars, and so I think I last DBZ rig was what, a Les Paul and Mesas, and I've since gone to back to pedals and have a Dr. Z, and I play Strats most of the time, or Tellys. I still have all those guitars. Actually, that's probably I have like all, yeah, I have all of them. Jason's got 2 of mine right now since I didn't want to move him out to Arizona. He's
Yeah,
got
the
two
Gretchen.
nice ones, the
Oh,
Gretchen.
nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one, the good, the nice
one that did the
white
trip.
Falcon. He's got that one, and then the one that Cooper owned.
The one
And
that
the
Cooper
overseas trip,
freaking
dude. That was
bastardized.
the easiest story.
He bastardized Repair Zone, fixed it,
the silver one,
sold it. No, it was the bluish
Brick.
blue
Was it the
pearl
brick
brick
one?
one.
Yeah.
the pearl
And,
one, right?
Yeah.
One, yeah. And he sold it to some collector and ended up in the Netherlands. And I was just scrolling through Reverb one day, and I was looking for a replacement that was like that. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll buy this one. And I scroll all the way down the bottom, and they're like, also in Europe. And I was like, hey, that looks like the one that Jason used to play. And I scrolled in the photos, and there is Ghoulspoon across the case.
On the
Yeah.
case, dude. Ugh, that was hilarious.
That's no doubt there, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it is most definitely his exact one. And he's like, oh yeah, I remember there's a guy named Jason that I bought it from. So
Well,
I had,
we would be,
Great job salvaging that one, dude. If you ever sell it, I'm first on the list.
I don't want to rush everybody. We only have 8 minutes left, so I want to like move it along a little bit, but we definitely would be remiss if we didn't give Cooper a shout out for all of his
Yeah.
contributions to Ghoulspoon over the years.
Yep.
So thank you, Jason
Yeah,
Cooper,
buddy.
for all that you
What's
did. as
up,
well.
bud?
Talking about just super quick. Can
Yeah.
I interject just real fast? I just want to give a shout out to Nick at Noble and Cooley, because you're talking about gear. I got that endorsement right after we recorded the record, and I'm still with those guys like 15 years later. They support me when I've got nothing at all going on or when I have something going on. So I just wanted to give a shout out in case he sees it. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support all through the years. And there you go. So cool. That's
Yeah,
all.
and I'll go with that too. All my shit got smaller. For once upon a time, you needed 2 refrigerators to get the bass to keep up with these Mesa guitarists. Now my shit is portable, light, and science caught up with the bass player, and I can roll in my whole rig on one folding cart, and it stands about 2.5 feet tall, and it's bigger and more powerful than those Ampeg refrigerators.
Yeah,
And
baby.
I quoted, like, you can always tell the working guys by the size of their gear, because the more they work, the smaller the gear. So,
Technology, man. It's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say,
I just play acoustic guitar now with my kids and ukulele and shit. And have fun in many years. So just having fun, keeping the music where it came from, right at home, in my heart with my family, and just playing for myself. Got some songs, and Rice and I shoot the shit a little bit, and we had a little project called Mr. J for a couple years, and jammed out with Authentic Sellout for a little bit, with Jason Vick was a part of for a quick minute.
Hello.
But as far as bandisms, man, I've been as far from that for a little bit as possible. But the
well,
music's-
maybe one day we'll all get back together and do some kind of reunion, something. People ask for it here and there. It's just the time hasn't been right. And
the 20th anniversary.
yeah, maybe we'll do something at some point.
You should record Don't Believe, dude.
Oh, I was gonna play that because the video. I'll post it in the comments. I have the video of us playing it, which I was gonna do, but
Yeah.
we have like 5 minutes left. I don't want to spend it all on one video, but I have that podcast recording is pretty good. The live 710 Club shows that we
Yeah,
did.
dude.
Hate to interrupt real quick on the note of giving thanks and props for the Ghoulspoon days and the time. I just want to give a big shout out to Marcus,
Yes, for sure.
Marky Dark,
Marcus.
Marky Karloff right there. He was one of the original founding members, and blessings and love to our brother Doug Alston.
Dougie.
Was a big part of the show and the machine that kind of churned its way into Divided by Zero along the way. So those
Yeah.
brothers are definitely not forgotten and loved on this thread, and whoever sees this shit knows
And all
it.
the other people that helped us out over the years. I mean, Johnny, Buddha, and like all the people, Todd and Jeff, and these guys that helped us lug gear, and Sean, all the people that
crew.
supported us over the years and came to
Zombie.
shows and
Yes, sir.
believed in us. Like we may never have been, never have hit the big time, whatever, or been the biggest band, but we had a really good time, and we had a good time for a long time.
But hey, the people that loved us. We, so much love
And they
to.
still do, man. They still
Yeah.
do. We got a good solid crew and a good set. I still keep in touch with a lot, if not most of the people that we were parts of.
I still get messaged. I got a message today from a dude who did an Alien Magnet cover and like messaged me on Instagram. And and I liked it. He's like, I can't believe you took the time to like it. Blah 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 blah. blah. And I was talking back and 25 years later, people still message. I still get a couple messages a week from that. About the video, getting Twisted Metal video. It's still a
I can't
thing.
believe how many hits that thing has gotten, dude. Like I had no idea until I looked like it has like over 100,000. That blew me away, dude. Absolutely blew me away.
Well,
Awesome.
well, listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I don't want to, leave the world without telling you how much I appreciate all our time together. So I love you guys.
Dude, brother. I was gonna say real quick. I just was talking to a buddy about that. How fortunate I am. I was looking forward to this, and how fortunate I am to be like, hey man, I got nothing but love for every one of those dudes that I was in the band with, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty lucky to feel that way, So
Yeah, I mean, we had our fights, we had our breakups, we had all that stuff, but in the end, we had a good thing, man. And we were all we did something. We didn't sit in our asses. We went for it.
Fucking A, man.
All the way to the end. And I can say the same, man. I got love in my heart for everybody and memories that we built and shared together that no one else has, and they're ours, and that's precious, man. What we have between us is something special that I think I'm gonna hold dearly forever, man. And I wouldn't be opposed to just sitting down and picking up some shit and fucking off again together.
Yeah.
Who knows? The
I just don't get to San Diego. I mean, I'm
every day.
I moved to LA almost 10 years ago. I just don't get to San Diego that much. And if I do, it's to play a gig and then go home that night or the next day. It's just rough, with young kids and living. It's hard now, but I would love to. And, anybody that doesn't have the albums or has never heard them, that's just randomly hearing this at some point. I mean, I've gotten everything onto streaming. So every album, every Goulspoon album divided by zero, it's all on Spotify, iTunes, Apple, every Amazon, everything. So it's pretty easy to find. And basically free.
I still have
Good job, Zach. I salute you for that, man. Thank you.
I still got, I think, 4 cases of the disc, and then I ended up with all the
It's supposed
merch.
to be limited. It's supposed to be a limited edition.
Well, no, I just wanted to share, I haven't made any serious money on it, but donations that have gone towards just music education and basically anything that I've made on that went back to music in general, or another opportunity for
Yeah, if
somebody else.
anybody, I think I have one case as well. So if anybody actually still wants a physical hard copy of the Black Sea,
gotta get that stuff up on Bandcamp, baby.
yeah, I need to. I also have our whole last box of merch, which is all for the tour.
I thought you gave me and Rice all of it.
Yeah, I thought I had it.
I bought this shit for years.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in
You
10
know
years.
how many girls in town are wearing those thongs still, bro?
It's probably the blow up mattresses. You just haven't checked.
All right, we have less than a minute, so everyone say goodbye, and we'll do it again soon. Okay.
Yeah, but
Hey guys, it was really, really good to see you. I mean it. Hey, especially Jason Vick, man. I haven't seen you forever, man, and I've heard nothing but great things. So I'm glad you're happy. My love to you and your family.
Thank you, my brother.
Same to you, man. I used to run into you in the breweries, but
I
fucking
know.
good to see you again, homie.
Yeah,
Back,
man.
miss you, brother. You owe me a visit. I actually visited you once. And Jeremy, I'll see you tomorrow.
yeah, buddy.
All right.
Hey.
Peace and love. We'll talk soon,
Yeah,
guys.
love you too,
Yeah,
Zach,
guys.
and, thanks for making it happen, putting it all here. You're the shit.
Yeah, thank you, Zach, very much.
My
James,
pleasure,
I have
man.
the same number. If you're still in town, you want a piece of fish, give me a call.
Yeah.
Bye,
Well, I'll be in
All right.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. I'll be in town, so I'll come visit you and JV.
Oh, yeah.
Keep
All
it
right.
right.
Aloha.
Fishing the
All right.
tournament then, so it'll be all right. And J Vic, I love you, buddy. We'll be in
Let's
touch.
get together this week, dude. Okay.
Kid time. We'll see you.
All right,
Dad
for sure.
life. Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Good buddy. Aloha.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.